Major news right now. Donald Trump just released a Truth Social stating that the United States will not stop attacking Iran until they have a complete and total unconditional surrender. Now, this is in complete contrast to what Donald Trump's administration and the entire Republican Party have been trying to spin this as, saying that this is not a war, that this is just a tactical situation, very limited strikes, very strategic, and we're going to just, be in and out. I mean, this thing could be done in a few days. But if they're not going to surrender and Trump's not going to stop attacking and you're requiring an unconditional surrender, you don't unconditionally surrender to a strategic operation. You unconditionally surrender to a full-fledged war. So they can spin it all they want to, play with word salads and all this other stuff. But we are in a full-fledged war. And the unhinged Trump administration just put us in a rabbit hole that we will not be able to find our way out of. Because Iran, they fought Iraq for 10 years. They sacrificed 500,000 of their own people to defend that nation. Do you think that they're going to just fold after a few days of bombing from the United States? No. This is a quagmire. This is a devastating, huge strategic mistake by the Trump administration. And once again, we are fighting Israel's wars. Stay safe. Stay free.
All right. In this second week of this war between United States and Israel against Iran, what's trending? What is trending is that United States President Donald Trump is demanding unconditional surrender from Iran. He didn't stop there. He said that there will be no deal unless Iran surrenders to the United States. He's also demanding that Iran will be given a new supreme leader other than the son of Ali Ayatollah Khamenei. These two conditions will come before United States President Donald Trump will have a deal with Iranian people. Is this achievable? You can help me answer that. In response to this, the Iranian head of parliament, that is the Iranian speaker of the parliament, Mohammed, have responded to Donald Trump, telling him, and I quote, Iran is not part of your espionage gang. This man went ahead and said, and I quote, Donald Trump does not understand the level of calamity he has brought upon himself and upon the United States military. The fate of the people of Iran cannot be determined by the Epstein gang, but can only be determined by the great people of Iran. This is the response of the Speaker of the Iranian parliament, Mohammed. So guys, so far, do you think that what Donald Trump is bringing on the table so far is achievable? Just in all sincerity, does it look like what can be achieved? Because looking at what is happening on both sides in this war, both sides are independently firing against each other. Air bombardments. There is no boot on ground yet from the United States or from Israel against Iran. And one party, I'm talking about the United States, is now demanding for an unconditional surrender to a country that has been bombarding your assets all around the Middle East, to a country that has been so resilient in responding harshly to all your airstrikes in their territory. The same country you are telling to come and surrender unconditionally. Not just surrender, but unconditionally. There's no deal on the table. Now, let's look at it this way. Before Donald Trump came up with this statement of Iran surrendering unconditionally, Donald Trump was going through the back, through Italy and through Turkey, to bring Iran back to the negotiation table, which the Iranian Minister of Foreign Affairs, I'm talking about Abbas Araghchi, responded as at then, saying that there will be no more negotiation between the United States and Iran. That the time they were open for negotiation, that the United States abused it by going through the back to attack them, which was the same thing they did during the 12 Days War. United States is already used to attacking Iran during the time of negotiation. This time, they are coming for unconditional surrender. Looking at it from all ramifications, do you think that unconditional surrender can even happen in this war? The same war that you don't even have anyone on ground? Or is it the Kurdish tribe you have in Iran, who you have armed to fight against the Iranian regime that you are depending upon to execute whatever you're looking at in Iran? At least before one party in a war seek for unconditional surrender, you must have crippled your opposition in all ramifications. You must have had the capacity to lay a blockade on them from getting access to weapons, getting access to food to feed their soldiers and their civilians. A whole lot of advantage you must have on your side before you demand for anything that looks like unconditional surrender. But in this case, Iran is still very much active in terms of their defensive capability. And Trump is talking about unconditional surrender. Let me tell you something. Donald Trump have already seen what is going on. And there is a card he's trying to play so far. As this whole thing is going, time shall come. Donald Trump will come out and tell the people of Israel, Bibi precisely, that so far he has been able to take out the supreme leader of Iran, which he will tag as one of his major goals. Because in a war, you must have a goal. Then secondly, that he has been able to sink Iranian naval assets, their warships. That so far, that this is a very big win and achievement for the United States so far against Iran. Therefore, that is high time the United States will withdraw their assets from the Arabian Sea. At that moment, he will be expecting the people of Israel, I'm talking about Benjamin Netanyahu, to continue the war, since him as the father have been able to remove the supreme leader of Iran from the picture and also have been able to sink so many of the Iranian ships. Therefore, that Bibi should continue his war. That is when this war will get more interesting, because it will then appear like when you leave Iran and Israel in a boxing ring without any kind of help. Then you watching this video will tell me who will do with who, mercilessly.
So, it's not only me that we hear this or see this. You see, when a man decides to move from physical to spiritual, counseling or spiritual warfare, he will need to upgrade. You see this issue between Iran, Israel, and US. This is not looking funny. President Trump has resorted to spiritual assistance. Yes, he needs spiritual help. Remember that he first of all called some pastors all over the world to come and pray for him. Yes, he seeks their spiritual help. This time around, if you see one President Trump spiritual grandmother, no, not grandmother, spiritual mother or spiritual daughter or spiritual, because she's not up to his age, she's a young woman, but she's President Trump's spiritual head. If you see the way this lady is kabashing, she is kabashing and she's calling on Angel from Africa to come and assist Trump. Angel for South America to come and assist Trump. She was telling Trump, go ahead and fight. Angels are coming. Angels are coming. Angels are coming. Fight, fight. Angel. Dada mi angel. Be rete angel rete emina bacha okon. Ina ak again angel. Wait to concern angel concern fight. Ke basara angel no ogun. I don't understand. I told you guys that this is getting up. The reason why he's seeking spiritual help, because Iran is not an easy nut to crack. I keep saying it. Imagine they are fighting physical, they are not getting it right. Now he has divided into spiritual. That's why he divided into spiritual, because this warfare is not carnal, it's a spiritual warfare of principality and power. You think I'm joking? Okay, when I talk, people will say, where is your source? How did you get the source? Are you okay? The media is big. If you want to source, go and source yourself. I cannot source finish and direct you to where I get the source. You will not ignore my own parts. No. Yeah? Anyway, watch this video so you don't feel like I'm the one that is forming the thought. Watch when this woman was kabashing.
New spiritual advisor has an important message for America.
Strike and strike until you have victory. Angels are being dispatched right now. Hamanda ata ata raka teda baka sanda ata ambo osa tata rite eke banda ata rite kiri asata. The angels have even been dispatched from Africa right now. Africa right now. Africa right now. From Africa right now. They're coming here. They're coming here. In the name of Jesus. From South America. They're coming here. They're coming.